Hi, this is E.T., and this is, as you probably know, former heavyweight champion William Henry, aka Jack Dempsey. He was named formally, according to legend, after a former U.S. President, Benjamin Harrison, a Republican from Ohio. By 1925, Jack Dempsey was near the end of his ring career, but he could still tap into that manic ferocity on occasion that nearly killed Jess Willard in 1919 and later brutalized challengers such as George Carpentier and Louis Firpo. Jack had not lost an honest bout since 1915, and those two long-ago losses don't really count. They included two very questionable decision losses to Willie Meehan and one bout that he threw to fireman Jim Flynn. Everybody there saw Dempsey fall to the canvas without being hit. Later on, Dempsey KO'd Flynn in round one. But during that year, 1925, Dempsey and his manager Jack Kearns, short of money, were touring the country performing, Jack sparring on stage and Kearns spinning tales for the audience. One such appearance was in Kansas City, Missouri. That's where the two appeared on stage with the legendary tenor, John McCormick, and they all three got a large percentage of the gate. But a problem arose when the theater safe was robbed, and the proprietor told Kearns, McCormick, and Dempsey that they booked for a percentage of the gate, so they must accept a percentage loss of that gate. Well, that was unacceptable to all of them. This is an era, the mid-20s, of political bosses that began way early with Boss Tweed in New York. In the mid-20s, Missouri's Tom Pendergast was the big cat. He ran Kansas City and Jackson County out of his Mulback hotel room, and it would be McCormick's idea to appeal their business dilemma to Boss Pendergast. Well, after imbibing a bit of McCormick's Veuve Clicquot champagne, McCormick, Dempsey, and Kearns entered Pendergast's large hotel headquarters, where several of the boss's flunkies were lounging around. Now included among them was a small, bespectacled man at the piano. Kearns announced to Pendergast, "Meet the great Jack Dempsey, heavyweight champion of the world, and meet the golden voice from the Emerald Isle, John McCormick." Pendergast addressed McCormick. "John, could you sing a little song for us?" And he pointed to the piano player. "Harry here will be delighted to play for you." Well, McCormick's voice was raspy, so he declined the request because he needed to rest his throat for the evening performance. And thus, future United States President Harry S. Truman, he was the piano player, missed accompanying one of the world's most famous tenors. But he did have opportunity minutes later to trade stories with the world's heavyweight champion. By the way, Pendergast, as legend has it, did pressure the theater owner, who paid his performers in full. A few months later, Jack Dempsey will meet light heavyweight champion Gene Tunney, who will outbox the champion and wrest away the heavyweight title. Move up a few decades to 1945, and Jack Dempsey will be training recruits on the fine art of self-defense, as Harry Truman will be sworn in as vice president. Dempsey will be doing the same a few months later when Harry Truman will be sworn in as United States President, that after the death of Franklin Roosevelt. Long after Pendergast's reputation was tarnished by multiple accusations of corruption, and he was disowned by virtually all of his former sycophants, President Truman took a lot of political flack for refusing to join that chorus of Pendergast detractors, and he attended the funeral of his old friend. Well, that's the story of how Jack Dempsey, named for one Republican president, decades later met a future Democrat president. This is E.T. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to these videos if you have not done so already. Type your comments in below. Do like this video. And you see the bell icon up there? That'll notify you if you tap it when I upload future videos.